in. And if this is your first time that you are joining us, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this moment. It is wonderful to have each of you joining us. Also, a warm welcome to my co-anchor, Yowie Sani. Yowie, wow, you look amazing this morning. You are an artwork in itself.
Oh, thank you, Paul. I do try hard, Paul, yeah. Thank you very much.
And I must also say, I know many of you are maybe a bit shocked at how I'm dressed, but this is a bit of a woman's touch and Yowie's touch on me as well. So thank you, Yowie, for, making me look the part, I think.
We aim to please, and I'm glad I could style you this morning.
Well, if you need another job, styling is where you definitely can go.
I'm a multi-talented lady.
We are so excited to have you join us today and to launch the solar exhibition of Abongile Setsumo. He is our 2021 Absa Art Hot Spot winner. And it seems like just the other day, when we announced him, that he won that prize. But it's been a fantastic journey that Yowie and myself have been on with Abongile over the past, 2 years, eh?
Yes, 2 years.
And he's going to be joining us in the gallery to share his journey since winning the award, what has he been up to, and as well, the inspiration behind his solar exhibition.
The food, just the overall experience and how you found Paris.
First of all, I think going there for the first time, I was quite nervous because it was my first time going outside South Africa.
Wow.
So it was a long journey. But when I got there, the culture of the space was different, Paris. But what's nice about the residence was that you get to mingle and kind of engage with artists from all over the world, So you get exposed to so many things, even the city on its own, going around and traveling and going to museum. It was quite a good experience. Yeah.
And the language did you prepare for that? Did you learn that on the long flight to Paris?
I could understand some words in French. I got to learn from friends, and then I was learning. But it was a bit like a challenge for me. Was the language, but I learned.
Well,
some
they say
basics.
that art in itself is a language, so I'm guessing that helped your feelings and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of did.
I think we must just give a big shout out to our partners on this.
Definitely.
To our French partners, to Sonava, that really made it possible. I think we need to hint at this, Yowie. We've been working on this project for years and we haven't
never done a site visit.
We haven't.
Yeah.
We do need to change this, I think,
Yes.
So, Abongile, if you could take one thing from your experience in Paris, what would that be?
Different space, you start learning some new things about yourself, it was just a moment of figuring out who I am as a person outside, away from home and familiar spaces. So I think that that 3 months that I spent in Paris kind of shaped the person that I am now. So yeah.
And 3 months is a long time.
Yeah.
I have to be a little bit naughty and ask the obvious question here. If you spent 3 months in Paris, did you find love in the city of love?
It is a city of love, I've been told.
Yeah? So did you find love in the city of love?
I fell in love with the city. Yeah, the environment, the buildings, the architecture is nice, the museums, and yeah.
So you fell in love with it from an artistry perspective?
Yeah, from an it kind of the work that's in this show was inspired by the city, so much, by the surrounding, what I see around. So I try to kind of express that through my work and kind of show how did it feel for me to be in Paris. Yeah.
We understand why it is the art capital, So Abongile, without giving away too many of the secrets, we did manage to capture some of your time in Paris that we would love to share with our viewers.
My name is Abongile Setsumo and I'm an artist. So the Leather of Cats speaks to this idea of me coming from these marginalized communities even though we live in a post-apartheid South Africa, these areas people have been forgotten and kind of like thrown away. So that's why I kind of like work with material that's been torn and thrown away and like making something beautiful out of it. Yeah. So art for me becomes a space where I do the healing, where I do the unlearning of things that society kind of like teaches us. You know, it's always important as a person to want to grow, you know, want to be better than yesterday in every aspect of life, not only in my work, but also as a human being. Winning the Absa Art Hot Spot Award in 2021, I couldn't believe it. It was like a big moment. I felt like this is something that I really needed at the moment with my career, you know.
For me, as someone who comes from like a township in South Africa and having got this opportunity to come to Paris means a great deal for me. It's like surreal for me to be in the space, and you can just walk free in the streets any day and any time. So yeah, it's all about the growth. It's all about experimentation, trying out new things. You know, I'm in a different space, and it's nice when you are in a different place and get new ideas. I can see when I'm working that I have new ideas.